In this video, we are going to talk about whether you should stay single or be single to heal the fearful avoidant attachment style. I am Pauline and I am so happy you are here because anything to do with healing the fearful avoidant attachment style, I just want to make easier for you. I want to make clearer for you. And this is a question I get a lot. Shouldn't I be single? Shouldn't I work on myself? Shouldn't I be healed before I get into a relationship? And there isn't a one straight answer to that. The main answer is no. You absolutely do not have to be single to heal the fearful avoidant attachment style. If we would have to be fully healed and be completely perfect and love ourselves completely before we get into a relationship, no one ever on the planet Earth in whatever time would ever be in a relationship. We learn and we grow in our relationships, and relationships are actually a really good place to do that because they are mirrors. Maybe more than anything, your partner and your relationship is a mirror for what fears and what kind of beliefs you have about yourself, about your partner, about love in general, and about how much love you think you are worth. So you absolutely do not have to be single to heal the fearful avoidant attachment style. And taking that even one step further, it's actually quite hard to heal an attachment style while not being in a relationship. And there is one caveat to that, and I will touch on that later. But the attachment style, the insecure attachment style you have, fearful avoidant attachment style is one of the three insecure attachment styles, was formed through relationships, has everything to do with connection. So that is when you will get triggered. You will get triggered in a relationship, and when you get triggered, it is clear what you need to heal. So your relationship will bring stuff up to the surface. That is not just for the fearful avoidant, that is for all the attachment styles, even the secure ones. Relationships will always bring shit up. It will always trigger something, and you will always work through something. And before you think, oh my gosh, do I have to do this for the rest of my life? This is so hard. It just gets easier and easier. And there will come a time when working through something or healing a trigger is just not a big thing anymore. It's just something you do, and you know that you will feel so much lighter and better after that. It's almost like noticing you're thirsty, then grabbing a glass of water, and then afterwards you're like, oh, I feel so much better. It's not a big thing anymore. So you can get to that place where it just gets easier and easier for most triggers. The one caveat I really do want to point out is that for the fearful avoidant, it can be a little bit too much to be in a relationship. When you're just starting your healing journey, and because relationships do trigger a lot, it can be too much. And sometimes it's just purely too overwhelming to be in a relation because of the sheer amount of triggers that you encounter every day. So what can happen sometimes is that fearful avoidants feel the kind of stable peace and sanity they have to feel to start working on their triggers. And this does not mean that if you are struggling right now in your relationship that you have to break up and you have to be single to work on this. Absolutely not. It is hard to be in a relationship as a fearful avoidant and work on your triggers, but when it's possible with the right help, it is very valuable, and you do not have to break up with somebody you don't want to break up with just because you have to heal this fearful avoidant attachment style. But it can be a little bit too much. And then taking a break from dating, if you're just dating and not in like a serious committed relationship, can actually help to really be with yourself and really turn inwards. And there is some healing absolutely to a certain extent you can do while being single. because you have a lot of experiences in your past that you can think back to, and all the feelings and associations that come up that you can work through. So you can heal for sure, to some extent, but then when you get into a relationship, you will get triggered. That, I mean, nothing is 100% sure, but the chances are that you will get triggered. And like I said, that's okay. Everybody has that. For everybody, a relationship is a mirror. And for the securely attached, it's just much easier to work through those triggers than for a fearful avoidant. So, no, you do not have to be single to heal the fearful avoidant attachment style, but sometimes it makes it easier to kind of get through the first layer of healing, before you can handle being in a relationship while healing the fearful avoidant attachment style. I hope this is helpful, and I hope this is clear enough. What I do want to mention too, I was thinking there was something I wanted to mention, is that when you are in a relationship with a securely attached partner, with any partner really, the one thing fearful avoidance, I don't want to say should. I don't want to shoot you even more than you are shooting yourself. But what I do notice, and what I've noticed in myself so much, is that we carry a lot of pain as fearful avoidance. We carry a lot of pain. And through that pain, we sometimes hurt our partner. We can be quite mean. I could be very mean. We say hurtful things. We expect a lot. We demand a lot. And when you are in a committed relationship and you are healing and you're going through the healing process, what I want you to consider is to make a promise to yourself that you will always treat your partner with respect. The fact that you are hurting and that you have all this pain, carrying all this pain inside you, is not a reason to demand things from your partner, to demand they change so that you can feel better, to be mean, to express everything you don't like about them and is wrong with them. It is not bad of you to do that. It is not something that makes you a bad person, because it comes from pain. And when you are healing, you are taking responsibility for that. And that is amazing. That is amazing. That is courageous. That is what a lot of people don't do. And it will help you tremendously to also take responsibility for always looking at your partner as a human being and giving them the respect they deserve, even when your fear brain is going off and saying that they're the reason that you feel this way and that they should just change so that you feel better. This is a very hard decision to make. So when you do, let me know in the comments below and I will applaud you. I will be your cheerleader. I will be cheering you on from the sidelines, because it's not easy. It's really taking responsibility and looking at our own shit and saying, even though I'm hurting so much, I can't hurt another person. I'm not going to project this on my partner. I'm not going to be angry. And you won't be perfect. You won't be perfect, and you don't have to be. But it will help you to heal tremendously, and it will just give your partner the respect they deserve. What I did in the time when I was healing is I would sometimes flip the perspective and think, what if my now husband, then boyfriend, would say these things to me? If I had things in my head that I felt like I needed to get out, otherwise I was not being truthful or whatever, I was like, well, what if he would say them to me? And a lot of time that was so confronting, and I would be pretty much shocked at that I could not imagine him saying anything of the sort. And because Aryan, my husband, is just super loving and super kind. And I would be so hurt if he would say even 1/10 of the things I would say on a daily basis to him. And I had to take responsibility for that. Even though I was healing, even though I was hurting, even though I had all this trauma, even though that was sad and that was really hard, and I deserved my own compassion and I deserved everybody's compassion. It wasn't an excuse to treat my boyfriend, husband as shit. And just projecting all my pain on him. So, absolutely, you can heal in a relationship, but that means taking a whole shit ton of responsibility for yourself, for your actions, for what you say, for what you do, and for healing your own triggers. If you are up for that, you are absolutely freaking amazing, and what you're doing is almost an Olympian deed. So I don't want you to feel like you're not enough or you're not good if this doesn't work or you slip up. That happens. But as long as you have this perspective and you know that you don't want to do this, and you make that promise to yourself again and again, and really work, genuinely, honestly work on getting better and healing, um, a relationship is a really beautiful place to heal. If you have a partner that gives you all that space, that gives you love, unconditional love, maybe even, and understands you or tries to understand you, you can absolutely heal in a relationship. And I wish that for you. I wish that you heal. I wish that you feel better. I wish that love just comes so much easier for you. If you really want to dive deep into this, get to the roots of the fearful avoidant attachment style and release this shit, because releasing is what will make it so much easier to be loving towards your partner and to not get mad and to not lash out and to not project your pain onto your partner. When there is no pain to project, you won't project your pain. So releasing that trauma, releasing all these negative core beliefs that you have, that will help so much. You do not have to do this on willpower. You just have to take responsibility and do the work. It's not fair. It is definitely not fair. But you are the one that's doing this, and you are doing this for you, and you will get better. So when you do want to get to the roots and heal this, you can sign up for the waitlist. The link is in the description below, for my program that will come out somewhere in the first quarter of 2022. That is all about healing the fearful avoidant attachment style. We will dive deep into the core beliefs and release everything that is holding you back, or that is causing that lashing out and getting angry and just feel so much pain and so much trauma. I really hope this helped. Let me know in the comments below, because I can also completely understand if this is kind of confronting to hear. But you being here and you watching this video is just, I genuinely just want to applaud you, because that is very courageous to start healing, and you will feel so much better.